I'm Dr. John Deitch, WellSpan Health orthopedic surgeon. WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on to get you back to your best. From common bone and joint problems to complex injuries, our team of surgeons, physicians, therapists, and athletic trainers work together for you. That's why we're the official sports medicine provider for this team, that team, and your team. That's how WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on.
Let me help you with your vision, they losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like Meek Mills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard, I'm talking words you understand, I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere you know, I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing to the uttermost. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is what it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all fun and games to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chilling with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Turner brothers, yeah, we screaming lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going
Roxamore Sports live here at the Chambersburg High School. This is our last game we're actually covering today. It is the Cumberland Valley Eagles playing against Chester Clippers. It's been a very interesting set of matches we've been covering since Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last game we have due to weather concerns. It's been real.
Absolutely there. Obviously, this has been our 15th matchup in this tournament. Obviously, weather is a big concern there for people traveling back home. It's unfortunate for some of the matchups we would have had here after the day. But at the end of the day, safety's been the biggest thing for everyone, including people here at this broadcast booth. But before we go, we're going to hopefully get through this last game here against the Clippers and the Eagles. We've seen both teams play here. We saw the Clippers unfortunately lose to the Kings last night. And we've seen Cumberland Valley Eagles, both the men and women, play in this tournament. But now they will be the clincher in the final game here as we have this matchup, and then we all will head on home. This is the Hoops for Harmony tournament, as said overhead, and as we've mentioned throughout the entirety of this weekend. It's a stand against racism in all forms. It is a stand for everything that Dr. King believed in as we celebrate his birthday tomorrow, and he has his famous I Have a Dream speech, which we have been talking about all weekend. These players feel it, the coaches feel it, and scouts watching their play are about to see the passion in their eyes here in one final match. Clippers and the Eagles match up right now. The Eagles in the red and the Clippers in the white and orange. First period about to go underway here. We are a tip-off now. Number 14, Nolan Gilbert, as well as number 21. That is Lorenzo Jerkins. Jerkins gets the ball back over. That is number 5, Freeman. Freeman will kick that ball over to Lowry. Lowry, looking to his left, he sees White. He'll kick it over to him. That's Brillen White, the junior guard. And now to the outside corner, and that's Lowry with the ball once again. And that goes over towards number 11. That's Rucker. And now the loose ball, and that's taken by the Eagles. That's number 5, Dylan Levis. That's kicked outside, and the three-point shot, it hits off the front of the rim, and that's collected by the Clippers. And now we have number 21 there on the drive, sophomore Jerkins. That's kicked over to White, kicked over outside, back over to the inside there. That is Jerkins, and that is the first points in the game there by Lorenzo Jerkins.
All right, great dribbling right there by Cumberland. Seems like Cumberland has a chance, but
great defensive effort there. Gets the loose ball there. That's number 5, Isaiah Freeman. And the three-point shot is no good, air ball. That'll be collected there by Jackson Boone. I think I mentioned Jackson Boone, the long locks he has, the blonde hair. Reminds me of a young Larry Bird.
We've seen both these teams play in previous matches, and to say the least, they're both very skillful with their dribbling and passing. We definitely saw the Chester Clippers regain themselves on the scoreboard, so let's see how this game turns out.
And a good steal there that time by number 5 of the Eagles. That's Dylan Levis, forgive me. And over there, that's the head coach for the Clippers, Keithy Taylor Sr. And now that'll be inbounded to Dylan Levis. And that's kicked over. That's number 3, Spencer Titus. That's pushed inside. And that little floater will go in. That's number 14, Nolan Gilbert, the 6'4 junior for Cumberland Valley. We see now between Lowry and White. White goes back to Lowry. Lowry being guarded by Titus. And we see inside there Levis on the inside, guarding now White. And now you see Jerkins back over to Lowry, back to Jerkins for the mid-range jumper, and that's good. Outstanding shot there by Lorenzo Jenkins, the forward, sophomore, 6'5 for the Clippers.
That's a pretty clean shot.
And now we see Titus. It bangs off the rim, rebounded by his teammate. That's again Gilbert's. And we have a tied game here with 5:17 to go in the first period. That's a nice bold pass there, and Jerkins will get another layup to go up and in.
A lot of energy in that pass.
Great pass there, and Jerkins with the finish. Three-point shot is up, and that hits off the back of the rim. Two Clippers fight over possession, and Lowry will get it and bring it over. That's pass inside. Great drive and layup there. That's number 11, Kevin Rucker, the guard, sophomore for the Clippers. Chester High School now with the lead. And we see Cumberland Valley coming up short. They get the block, but he'll get his own rebound. That's Titus. Three-point shot is no good, and Lowry gets it as he's being guarded well by number 5, Levis. I keep saying Levis. And Cumberland Valley will get another chance here to cut back into this lead that the Clippers are forming. And I think we remember this from both clubs. They're both very fast, very versatile on the fast break. We saw the Clippers. They just would not go away in their loss to the Kings. The Kings had an outstanding lead, and the Clippers kept pulling back, trying to eat away at that lead that they had. And now we see the Clippers' defense coming back in their favor. But they will be called for the foul there.
Yeah, going back to what you were saying, I do absolutely agree with that. Right now, what I'm seeing from Cumberland is they have great maintenance of that ball.
And a great block there by the Clippers as Chester High School has another steal. And that's an open look three-pointer, and that goes off the front of the rim, rebounded by Cumberland Valley. And that's Titus with the ball. He's being guarded by Lowry now. He makes a move on Lowry. He goes inside. He gets the layup to go, and the foul. Outstanding work there. That's number 3, Spencer Titus, 6'10 senior for the Eagles.
It was a good shot, though.
We're going to have some substitutions now as we're going to see number 23, Boone, come out of the game. We're going to have 35 step up to the line here for the Clippers. That's Terrence Cobb. And Titus, his first free throw. Actually, no. The three-point game is no good.
The ball that could have been.
Now we see the Clippers. That's stolen now. And a nice toss. Almost rolls out of bounds. And it will be collected there, stole by the Clippers. Nice little Euro step there. And we see the celebration there by Isaiah Freeman. He has a lot of fire in his heart. Isaiah Freeman with his first free throw after the missed layup.
Oh, beautiful.
And that'll go in. And the Clippers extend their lead to 3. We see here in this final game, not a lot in attendance right now, except for a few stragglers that will stick around until the last minutes to get out of this cold weather before the storm comes. But it seems we have a storm in this building forming by the Clippers now as they get a steal with a missed shot. That's Dylan Levis here. And a nice turnaround, but the missed shot as the Clippers get the steal. Nice move that time. That's number 12 for the Clippers.
Yeah, that was a messy reception over there for the Cumberland.
Looked like Womack almost had that. Womack gives that ball back over to Jerkins. And now the three-point shot is no good. Almost rebounded there by Freeman. But now you have Levis. He'll kick it inside, but that's stolen. And Jenkins with the great steal and hands back over to his teammate, number 35, Cobb. And now we see Freeman kick over to the outside to Cobb. Cobb lobs it up. Cobb with the lob. Amadou Allah.
He was holding on that ball for dear life.
Looks like we're going to get some substitutions now. The Eagles will bring in number 2, J.D. Hunter. Inbounded there over to Levis. Levis being guarded well right now. That's Itabaya.
Great speed.
Great stop there and just out of reach of Boone. Had to put the fast break on, but it slid right out of his shoes for a moment.
Yeah.
And now we see Womack with the ball for the Clippers. Womack looking across the field. Levis in his face. And that's stolen by Titus.
Good catch.
Great interception by Titus, and that will go over to Hunter. Hunter gives it back to Titus, inside to Boone. Boone tries to get it up, but that's stolen by the Clippers. Great defensive work there by Chester High School.
Absolutely. Didn't look like Boone had a chance there to make that shot.
And now inside, through the hands of Boone, that goes to Jerkins, but that's no good. Boone will rebound. Over to Titus now. Titus brings the hand out saying, everyone, slow down, hold your horses. This may be the last game, but I have it under control. Titus brings it outside. He drives, spins around over to Levis. Levis brings it over, and that's J.D. Hunter. Hunter to Boone. Boone brings it inside. Spin move, up, and it's good. Outstanding move there by Noah Gilbert. And now the Clippers see themselves only up by 1 point here with 1:10 in the period. And now to 35, that's Cobb. Cobb gets it over, and that's Thompson with the ball. Womack, forgive me. Yinka Itabaya, and that goes back over to Womack. And we're going to travel violation here, the Clippers, and now, just like that, Cumberland Valley has some life. That storm that I was talking about seems twofold now. The winds are roaring inside of the Chambersburg High School field house. And Titus gets the ball from Hunter. Titus being guarded well now by Cobb. Titus and Cobb going back and forth they go. Across the midcourt line. That goes over to Levis. Levis being guarded. Over to Cobb for the layup, and it's good.
And now they're in the lead.
Outstanding plays now by the Eagles as they regain the lead. 22 seconds left, and it looks like the Clippers going to try to ISO this quarter. They want to take the last shot here. Passing around it goes. That was Jerkins there.
You just know it's going to be a three throw. Oh, maybe not.
And a swat, nasty block by the Eagles as they try for the loose ball. And they're going to say that that's a foul on the floor. There'll be no shots. It will go over to the Eagles.
I was also certain they were going to try to go for a three throw, but I guess he decided he's just going to run right up in there.
Terrence Cobb, no. And at the buzzer, that's no good. That was Kyrie Womack, the sophomore guard, that missed that shot. And just like that, that's the end of our first period. In our final game, 10-9 lead the Clippers, or the Eagles right now, forgive me. We'll be right back in a moment to bring you the second period. This is Roxamore Sports Live.
Get moving with the Planet Fitness Black Card and check out all the perks. Like access to over 2,000 locations? You got it. Bring a guest anytime. That's right. And relax and unwind with massage chairs and more. Plus get tons of variety and space to move in our super clean clubs. Your fitness is essential. Join Planet Fitness today and get all the perks of the PF Black Card.
Join now and get the PF Black Card for just $22.99 a month. Hurry, deal ends soon.
Roxamore Sports Live here at the Chambersburg High School. This is the last game we are covering today. It's been a fantastic 3 days. Right now, the game is between Chester Clippers and the Cumberland Eagles.
And what a great first period we had here. Back and forth it went. We saw some excellent work there by the Eagles to regain the lead from the Chester High School Clippers. And in particular, I mentioned in the first game matchup, Boone has proved to be a formidable foe. He gets the inbound pass and gets the easy layup to go up and in. It's certainly been a low-scoring quarter, but we're sure to get more as this is a go. And now Titus will get the ball back. He's being guarded by Braylon White. Titus, he'll get the ball over. That goes to Boone. Speaking of Boone, he hands it over. That's number 12 for the Eagles, Kufa. And it goes over. That's Hunter again. Hunter cuts inside, but he kicks it over to Boone. Boone is driving now, and he gets the floater to go up and in. Jackson Boone with a wonderful floater to go up and in for the Eagles, and they're up by 3 points. And now we have Braylon White, who's trying to get the Clippers back in this game, down by 3 points in the second period. White with a nice whip pass, and that three-pointer is no good, and we see Boone get the rebound. Titus with the ball now. He's being guarded by Womack. Titus and Womack going back and forth with each other right now at the midpoint line. Goes across the line. Titus puts a break on. He goes left. He cuts behind him over to Boone. Boone's driving now. Boone with two in his face, and he gets another one to roll off, and that goes back to the Clippers. Outstanding work that time, but no shot to go for the Eagles. And we're going to have a turnover. The Eagles will get the ball back. Already up with a great first quarter and a great start to the second. Titus will get the inbound pass now. Breland White will get to guard him. Again, they get in to the Clippers zone.
Can he make it?
Boone is coming over. He looks for the pass, but he's being guarded well right now. Boone will get the ball. He'll kick it to the corner for three, and that is going to be no good. Breland White had it for a moment, but now his teammate Rucker has the ball. And now you see there Womack, and now three-pointer for the Clippers is no good. Boone with another rebound. He's been getting plenty of those today. And now a wonderful drive there by Titus. Boone will get the ball, and Titus will do the rest. Spencer Titus, the 6-foot senior for Cumberland Valley. Breland White, as he hands it off to his teammates.
Ooh, and what a shame that was for the Clippers. Oh, but fantastic recovery here. And good defense by Cumberland. Cumberland seems to be a little bit miffed on where to.
And a turnover there for the Clippers as that goes to White. White cuts inside. He gets it over to his teammate at Freeman. And inside, that bounces too hard off the board, and that's rebounded by Hunter. Correction, that was number 12. That was Kufa. And now Titus, he hits the brakes on White. He kicks it over to Boone. Corner three is no good, but we see Hunter get the rebound, and a foul is called. Great work there by J.D. Hunter.
Good defense by the Clippers as well.
I think that was a little bit sloppy, though, on the part of the Clipper, though. I think that obviously you need to have someone there to get that defensive rebound.
And unfortunately, with those with the defense, every now and then you get a foul.
See, Hunter missed the first one. They're up by 5 here with 5:06 in the second quarter. More substitutions will come in. And we'll see number 4 for the Clippers, Itabaya, come back into the game. Itabaya, the 5'10 senior guard.
And it's in.
And Hunter gets his second free throw to fall through. And we see now the ball will go back over to Breland White, the 5'9 junior guard. And White will get it over to Itabaya. And now goes back to White after the pass there from Freeman. Freeman will get the ball from White. Freeman, he's being guarded by Boone. And now we see number 11, Kevin Rucker. Rucker was a wrecking ball in the last game he played. Rucker moving inside now. The hard drive, and that won't go, but a foul will be called against Cumberland Valley.
Definitely seem to be some logistic issues there with Chester as they try to decide where to put that ball. Where would be the best place for it?
Right now, the best place to put that ball would be in Rucker's hands. He, as I said, a bit of a wrecking ball. He can drive anywhere he'd like in the paint. That large 6'3 frame on him, the senior guard, he's been everything and more for this Chester High Clippers team so far. And now Boone will get the ball inbounds after the free throw make by Rucker. And now moving upfield, Boone, he'll hand it over to Hunter. And Hunter with a little bit of a hard shove on Breland White. Breland White got called for a foul there. I thought he had both feet planted there for the offensive foul. But that goes back inbounds to Boone, who gets it over him from Levis. And that ball is stripped, and Boone tries to get it. Breland White's on the attack. He moves to his left. He spins right. He sees the big man there, number 40, Jerry Young, in the game. And now that's rebounded. Young tries to get the ball back, but no, the Eagles will hold on. Up by 5 here, trying to extend their lead. And you see Levis with the move here. He kicks it over to the corner. Now that goes back over to 11, JT Mazzy. Over to the opposite corner now. That goes over to 4, Collins. And three-point shot is no good. And a hard collision there. And number 5, Isaiah Freeman, can't believe he didn't get a foul call there. He is still back in the other court with his hands on his hips. And the head coach, Taylor Sr., is in disbelief here. He would have expected some kind of call for that collision there, back on the other side of the court. Now White, inbound pass. That goes over to Rucker, and he gets it back up, but Boone and Rucker get into it. And now Titus will calm everything down. Titus will bring it across midfield. Titus will bounce it in, but it'll go right out of the reach of, I believe that's Gilbert. That'll be inbounds now. A little bit of a fake there as White gets the ball back. And now in the other corner. And that mid-range jumper is good.
Good range on that shot.
Clippers back into this now. Just a 3-point game with a little over 3 minutes to go. 3 exactly now. Boone with the ball in the middle. Boone will kick over to his left. And now at the middle, Titus. Titus has 3 Clippers on him. 3-point shot. And that is no good. And now we see the Clippers driving now with the chance to make this a tied game. 3-point shot, and that is no good, but Boone won't get the ball. We see more physical play there. The wrecking ball that is Kevin Rucker. Kevin Rucker with the physical play. He'll go back to the line after this timeout called by Cumberland Valley. Only down by 3 here. The Eagles hold on 15-12 with 2:35 to go in the second quarter. This is Roxamore Sports Live. We will go ahead and get our presentation done. Never mind, we'll actually talk real quick while it's going to timeout. So we were mentioning what the Eagles need to do here to take on the physical threat that is Chester. We saw Rucker. He's at the line now trying to bring us to a close. But a lot of those guys that I've seen, obviously Titus has been moving up in field. Hunter's been getting his contributions on drives. Boone getting a landing of rebounds going his way. Obviously, I'd like to see more shots get in. But what would you like to see, like, as far as other contributions go? And we've seen Koopa come in. We've seen Gilbert now. Gilbert's had a couple of missed shots. Do you think there's some contributions that Gilbert or some other players can make to get them an extended lead now?
Not particularly. I think just what they're doing right now is kind of working. They just need to up the speed a bit, and what they really got to just do is they kind of just need to backtrack. And it seems like just going solely in for the kill when they can just simply try to go for long ranges, decent passes. I really think that could really help out to their benefit.
As far as Chester goes, they had a strong start. Let the Cumberland Valley Eagles come back into the game and take the lead back. And now you're starting to see some physical play go their way. Obviously, you've seen Breland White moving up and down the court. And Rucker, he's been a wrecking ball. I've been saying it time and time again. Womack getting some great passes in. Now we just need to hope that they can keep this a competitive game. And Renzo, correction, that is Kevin Rucker at the line. Rucker misses his second, and that'll be rebounded by the other 11, JT Mazzy. Mazzy will get that into the hands of Titus, being guarded now by White. He'll hand it over to Boone, over to Levis, and that's the opposite corner. Titus has it again. That's over in the hands of Gilbert, and he spin moves. He gets it up, but that rattles and is no good. Gilbert fights for the ball, but Breland White will have it instead. Breland White, as he gets that ball over to Jerkins, and Jerkins gets the mid-range jumper to fall. And we have a tied game here with 2 minutes to go. Titus driving inside now. Titus, he kicks it out for corner to 3, and that is no good. The Eagles have had missed shot after missed shot from the 3-point range.
That was a good shot. Good pass nonetheless, though.
Great steal that time, and Titus is trying to get back where he's left off. Boone with the missed rebound. Titus will get it himself and get the layup to go, and they get back the lead. 1:33 to go here in the second quarter.
So far, the score is nothing too devastating.
Great passing going on here by Chester High, looking to tie or regain the lead. Woo! And that was a wild bullet pass there. That was Freeman intending to get that to White, but I think White was not expecting the fire behind that.
No other spectators at almost hit.
That had a little extra pepper on that. Titus. Titus trying to get it past the mid-court line, but instead the Clippers will foul. So instead, it looks like Titus will have a trip to the line. The chance here to make this a 4-point game here if he makes both shots.
Yeah, it's just back and forth just the way we like it here. Close scores makes a more interesting game.
Absolutely there, and so that will not go in. It'll stay a 2-point game, and it's rebounded by Freeman, and that 3-point shot is good. And just like that, the Clippers have taken the lead with just a minute to go. And now Boone hands it over to Titus, back to Boone. The Clippers are locking down defensively now, and now you see over on the inside corner, great defensive work here by Chester High School. Chester gets the ball back now. They're looking to make this an even greater lead after they snapped the lead that the Eagles had. 2-on-3 defensive front here by the Eagles. And we see here number 35, Terrence Cobb. He'll pass it over. Cobb gets the ball back. And now we see number 21, Jerkins. Jerkins passes it. And now the mid-range jumper is good. Isaiah Freeman will get that. And now the Clippers are up by 3. And now Boone will get the ball with just 10 seconds to go. And they're going to call another foul on the Clippers.
Good defense by Freeman there.
Great defense, but unfortunately for him, a little too much contact to result in another trip to the line. That's Jackson Boone. Jackson Boone, the 6'5" junior for Cumberland Valley. Makes this a 2-point game with a chance to cut it to 1. And it will not go in as that's rebounded by Jerkins. Clippers are moving now with 6 seconds on the clock. Jerkins is driving, but he'll get called for the travel.
Just 3 seconds to go.
And what a heartbreaker that is if you're Jerkins. You're looking to try to get the lead up higher, but now the Eagles have a chance to regain it.
Right, and it looked like Jerkins really had a good shot there, but
that's the biggest thing. You're trying so hard to drive, and yet you forget to dribble that ball. Boone gets it to Titus for 3. That almost banks in from the corner of the backboard. And just like that, the first half comes to a close. The Eagles are down by 2 here, with Chester High School up 20-18. We will not have a halftime report, and we will be back in a few minutes with our on-the-court interview. This is Roxamore Sports Live.
Get moving with the Planet Fitness Black Card and check out. Get moving with the Planet Fitness Black Card and check out all the perks. Like access to over 2,000 locations? You got it. Bring a guest anytime. That's right. and relax and unwind with massage chairs and more. Plus, get tons of variety and space to move in our super clean clubs. Your fitness is essential. Join Planet Fitness today and get all the perks of the PF Black Card.
Join now and get the PF Black Card for just $22.99 a month. Hurry, deal ends soon.
At Chambersburg University, we don't just celebrate success, we live it. With endless academic opportunities, a vibrant campus life, and a community of alumni support, at SHIP, you design the future you want. There are so many reasons SHIP is it.
Trouble can find anyone. At Frank Walker Law, we take the time to understand your situation and work tirelessly on your behalf. Hard-hitting representation when you need it the most. A real law firm getting real results.
Roxamore Sports Live, Dylan Offerman here with the athletic director of Chambersburg High School. I wanted to say congratulations to your squad going 1-1 in the tournament so far. What do you have to say so far for their matchups?
Well, I think that our team had two great games this weekend, and I think we were pushed in both games, and that's what we need. I'm expecting our team to make a deep run in the District 3 playoffs and then also in the PIA state tournament. So I think the only way you can do that is by playing good teams throughout the year, and we played two very good teams. I would have much rather gone 2-0 than 1-1, but hey, I'll take it. We got good film to use this weekend and be able to get back in the league play next week.
And obviously hosting this big tournament going on, Hoops for Harmony stands against racism. You've mentioned yesterday how proud you are of all the schools doing everything here and what it all stands for, Dr. King's Dream. Can you re-elaborate what you were saying about that yesterday?
Absolutely. So as we said on the first night, I mean, this event is solely purposed to bring about harmony, inclusivity, and just about making sure that we know that we are one human tribe and that we are all of this earth. So therefore, we should be together no matter race, color, creed. Dr. King, as I said Friday in my speech, in his dream speech, very eloquently and articulately states that, we should judge people based on the content of their character, not the color of their skin. And I think that was the whole premise around this event. And I think we succeeded at. I mean, we had teams from all walks of life. We had urban teams, we had rural teams, we had predominantly white teams, predominantly black teams. We had teams that were mixed in race. And I think that's the ultimate goal. I mean, sports is the ultimate unifier. When you're on a sports team in a basketball court, you don't care if your teammate is white, brown, or purple. All you care is that he's going to help you win the game. And so for me, it was a beautiful, beautiful weekend full with great basketball. And it got us having some conversations around equity and inclusivity and racial harmony. And so for me, it's a win-win all around.
Absolutely, and I think, getting to meet all these different diverse schools out there, is there any big memories you'll take away from this weekend, meeting some new schools out there?
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of memories. First and foremost, obviously, this is my first major event here at Chambersburg Area School District. So obviously, just the staff and the district itself, I'm incredibly humbled and honored by the way they rallied around and supported me. And so I want to thank everybody that contributed to make this event a success. And then obviously all the teams that came far and wide to participate in the event, we want to thank them because without them, obviously there can't be an event. Some of those high-level teams like Ematep or St. Benedict, they could have played anywhere this weekend. They decided to come here. So we thank them. And then lastly, we want to thank all the community support as far as the sponsors with the businesses and everybody that had rallied around the cause. We were able to get quite a few sponsors to donate some monetary donations because they believed in the cause of racial harmony. And, our title sponsor, Frank Walker, providing all the lodging for the visiting teams. I mean, it's amazing, man. We're very, very proud of the event we held, and we're going to do it even bigger and better next year.
Absolutely, and we look forward to seeing that as well. Thank you for your time. This is Roxamore Sports Network. We'll bring you the second half of this game right after this. Student.
Hello, I'm Lisa Baldwin with Remax Select Realty. My experience and my commitment makes everything I touch turn to sold.
Call Lisa Baldwin at 724-933-6300 extension 489 or go to selecthomefinder.com.
Get moving with the Planet Fitness Black Card and check out all the perks. Like access to over 2,000 locations? You got it. Bring a guest anytime. That's right. And relax and unwind with massage chairs and more. Plus, get tons of variety and space to move in our super clean clubs. Your fitness is essential. Join Planet Fitness today and get all the perks of the PF Black Card.
Join now and get the PF Black Card for just $22.99 a month. Hurry, deal ends soon.
At Chambersburg University, we don't just celebrate success, we live it. With endless academic opportunities, a vibrant campus life, and a community of alumni support, at SHIP, you design the future you want. There are so many reasons SHIP is it.
Want to put a spotlight on some of these kids who could be going places, and we want to be there to help them get to the next level, whether it be Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, junior college, wherever they want to go, we want to support them and get them to the top.
We have some pretty successful and high-level bowlers that were able to gain exposure through Roxamore Sports Network. And so for me, the decision was a no-brainer from the standpoint of it elevated the profile of our athletic department, it elevated the profile of our school district, and most importantly, it elevated the profile of our student athletes.
To bring light and a mic to a situation to make a difference. That's what Roxamore has always meant to me.
What surprised me the most about Roxamore is, well, how dedicated it was.
So I'd absolutely recommend Roxamore Sports Network, and why is simply because Roxamore Sports Network is in it for the business of helping kids.
Delivering a sports experience like no other. That makes you say, oh, that's all right. As an old man would once say, that's all right.
Roxamore Sports Live. Hello and welcome back. We're here at the Chambersburg High School watching the last two quarters of the final match we were covering. It has been a fantastic ride, wouldn't you say so, Dylan?
Absolutely, and I mean, 14 and a half games in, obviously the momentum has been carrying the entire way through. It's been a long haul, but now I kind of mentioned it's the analogy of a marathon. We're on that final set of miles here and reaching the home stretch, and now the Clippers and the Eagles will bring us home. And now the Clippers with the ball here, and that's number 11, Rucker. Rucker, we mentioned the wrecking ball that he can be, but he loses track of the ball, and the Eagles will get the ball back. The Eagles down by 2 here to start the third period. They would love nothing more than to erase that loss of score. And now Levis hands that ball over to Kufel. And now he gets a great chance at the rebound but loses it. And now Rutgers is driving hard. He tries to spin back. Fork will slide to his back. And the foul will be called. Now we're going to get the inbound pass here from White. White will hand that over to Rutgers deep in their own opposite end. Rutgers with
Good pass, good pass.
That's a no-look pass there. And you can see there, that was Freeman. He was looking at Rutgers. He will get it over to Rucker. Rutgers driving through 3 defenders, but he'll get the travel call instead. You kind of mentioned that between him and Jerkins, they're great physical threats and can drive hard, but need to keep hold of how many dribbles you take. You can't be called for travels this part of the game.
Absolutely agree, absolutely agree.
Titus, as he tries to get that out, but a nice block for the pass there by Freeman, and a great drive. Jerkins gets it, but it'll be rebounded by Boone, but a foul is called. Isaiah Freeman, after losing the ball, he tries to get it, and fouls in the play. As we see Levis, and White will give him close attention. You can also see over there Lowry. Ball goes back in the hands of Titus, and we have Kufa. Titus looking over. Kufa will get the ball. He's being guarded by Rutgers, and that slips right past the hands of Freeman. And that's great play there by Boone. Jackson Boone, I refer to him as Baby Bird here in this game with those luscious blonde locks he has. That's Kadir Lowry who had the ball. He passes over to White, over to Lowry, and now Rucker has the ball to White. And now Freeman gets it to Jerkins for the mid-range jumper, and that is no good. Titus will tuck that in his elbow. And now Levis will have the ball, toss that over, and Kufa tries to get it, but that's stolen by Freeman.
And look
Freeman
at that
gets
speed.
the ball. Freeman with the ball, and he gets the easy layup to go up and in.
That brings the Clippers up into the lead, at least for now.
Eagles back on the attack. Cumberland Valley having phenomenal play, but the Clippers have some high intense players themselves. Great layup to roll up and in. Excellent skill there by Grant Kufa. Grant Kufa, the 6'3" senior. And you can hear rebound being screamed across the court from the Eagles bench. And that eventually is going to get stolen, but the loose ball. Cumberland Valley will hold on to the ball and inbound that. And it looks like number 25. Or 35, forgive me. That's Terrence Cobb will go back into the game. And now we see that lightning speed there by Dylan Levis. Levis will hand over, that time to Gilbert, and now you see Boone, Titus over, and good! Grant Kufa from downtown. Great work from the senior there from Cumberland Valley. Cumberland Valley up by 3 points now. Chester trying to get back into this game. Clippers passing around. Goes back and forth. Cobb, he gives the ball over to Lowry, to White. White pushing back to Lowry. Lowry, he sees Titus over there being held over to Freeman.
Seems like the Clippers are unsure where to take this ball at the moment.
And another travel called by the Clippers. That's at least their third of the game.
It seemed like they had a good lineup. It just they weren't in the right position in terms of receiving the ball. They were doing good with the passes, but
well, you can certainly say that their feet are stronger than their hands there. Feet are too quick for their own good, getting out of the reach of how many dribbles they take. And that's 3 travels for Chester High School. And Titus with the ball now. Light screen work there by Levis. Titus looking back now. Boone with the pick and roll, and that is good. Jackson Boone, speaking of the pick and roll, that is an uncontested layup there for Boone. give him the respect to make that shot go in. And we see Lowry now get over to Freeman. Freeman looking around him. Freeman shoots it over the other side. The corner shot now. He will not. That's White. White gives it to Freeman, being guarded right now by Gilbert. And that's a nice bounce pass there. Freeman inside, and that bounces off the backboard. He'll get his own rebound. Three-point shot is up and good.
Beautiful.
Outstanding three-point shot there to make this a two-point game. Clippers only down 25-27.
It was like connect the dots there for the Clippers. There's one person to the other, and bam, right to the source.
Boone handed the ball over to Titus, but now we're going to get a foul call here by Isaiah Freeman. Boone will come over for the inbound pass.
Good reception.
And now Spencer Titus. Boone with a light screen there. He hands it over. Boone's by himself. Boone drives in, and he gets a swat by Lowry. Or no, that's actually 21. That's Jerkins. Boone will get called for an offensive foul there, and so the turnover results in the Clippers getting the ball. Terrence Cobb, before he inbounds passes it, we're going to get some substitutions in play. I think this is a great way to finish this tournament here with two powerhouses that love to drive, love to pass, and a very even game we have right here, Maximus.
I would absolutely agree to that. The Clippers are certainly a team that is powerful, as we've seen yesterday, and them climb up that scoreboard. But right now, it just seems like the Cumberland is
that
right now
three-point shot is
at
no
a
good.
somewhat of an advantage.
Chester gets the ball back after throwing the ball into the body of Dylan Levis.
Yeah, I have no doubt that the Clippers are going to come back swinging, especially in the last quarter.
Isaiah Freeman with the inbounds pass, deep outside. That's Itabaya. And now we see Cobb. He gets the ball. And now we see a possible screen forming here. Freeman asking for the ball. He won't get it yet, and now Freeman will. Freeman with four defenders, and now no one's home to stop Jerkins. Jerkins with a great layup to go in, and Titus being guarded by Cobb right now. Titus and Cobb. Titus moving inside, looking for someone to help him. And now you see Levis. Levis back to Titus. Titus going back and forth. Cobb guarding him well. Titus going back over. And now you see over Boone. Boone with a layup and is no good. But a foul is called. And you can see the energetic jumping by the Clippers. That's Jerkins.
The Clippers had pretty good defense right there. Definitely give Cumberland a hard time. Unfortunately, we have this foul.
Boone will get two shots to go up now. The first one rattles, but it rolls back in. Jackson Boone looking to make this 2 for 2.
Ooh.
That's no good. Freeman will jump up and get that cash. And now Cobb with a nice toss, and a quarter three is no good. Isaiah Freeman will get called for the offensive foul, and it'll go back over to the Eagles. Titus wanting the ball, and he's getting guarded well by Cobb.
Minute and 36 seconds to go.
Looks like a technical foul is going to be called here. And we're going to have Titus. Titus will go up to the line. Up by one here with a chance to make it 2-point game. I missed the name.
And a beautiful shot that was.
It looks like Rutgers will come into the game. That's something that Chester desperately needs right now.
Absolutely.
And now, just like that, the Eagles have a 3-point lead Chester needs to reach in deep, but they'll have to have another defensive stop first.
Although having Rucker on the court is definitely an intimidating factor for Cumberland.
J.D. Hunter with the inbounds pass, looking for someone to get open, and he'll get it over to Collard. Collard being guarded well right now, but a travel violation is going to be called there by Troy Collard, the 6'3" senior.
It's a minute and 30 seconds.
Now Cobb with the corner pass, and that goes the opposite side. Now the Eagles will get the ball back in Titus's hands. And you see Boone running on the opposite side. Titus putting him on skates there. And a nice play there, but a block, and Jerkins will get the foul call.
Oh, man.
The referees have a better prescription of glasses than I do. Because trying to plead his case there was Jerkins, but will not have any favors given to him as Boone misses the first throw. Highly contested game here late in the third period. This is our final game of the Hoops for Harmony tournament at Chambersburg High School. And that second free throw is good. Boone makes this a 4-point game. 31-27 are the Cumberland Valley Eagles.
What's going on there?
Looks like Grant Cuffa will get the foul called against him, and now with a chance to go and score in that end. They missed the shot. Ruckers is a wrecking ball, and he'll get the rebound and say, give me that. I want score. And Boone being guarded by Jerkins, and a three-point shot. That rattles around is no good. The Clippers are given some life now. A cool spoon move by Jerkins, and that is good, and the foul. Outstanding work there by Lorenzo Jerkins, the 6'5" sophomore forward for the Chester High Clippers. Oh, they're going to call that offensive foul.
There's some audio pools here.
Offensive foul. I can't believe my eyes. Boone passes that back over. Titus with the ball. Titus backpedals. Titus now, he looks over his options. Kufa's there. Kufa will go over. He's being guarded well by now. And now 16 seconds on the clock. You can hear Chester's bench is livid right now. They want Titus to pass. Man-to-man defense is excellent right now by Chester. They won't let them make a shot, and that mid-ranger is good. 33-29 the score, 4-point lead that Cumberland Valley has. That was excellent defense there, but finding some little hole to sneak the ball in, that was Cumberland Valley making this 4 once again. 8 minutes on the clock here. Tune in, folks. We'll be right back to give you the rest of the game. This is Roxamore Sports Live.
I'm Dr. John Deitch, WellSpan Health orthopedic surgeon. WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on to get you back to your best. From common bone and joint problems to complex injuries, our team of surgeons, physicians, therapists, and athletic trainers work together for you. That's why we're the official sports medicine provider for this team, that team, and your team. That's how WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on.
Roxamore Sports here.
I'm Dr.
We're coming to you live and proud here at the Chambersburg High School. This is our last event, and this is the last quarter of today's game between Chester Clippers and Cumberland Eagles.
And what a game that we've seen here so far. Again, last quarter of the last game of the last day here at Chambersburg, and what a weekend we have had. And this is just going to be icing on the cake here. This is a very well-contested game between two respected ball clubs that would normally never play each other. And we're going to have here the Clippers driving, and that's number 35 with a nice floater, and that was Terrence Cobb. Just like that, 2-point game. Once again, the Eagles looking to make something happen here as Titus has the ball again. He's been the floor general for this Eagles team, and he makes it all happen himself and bounces that lightly on the board to go in, and back up by 4 they go.
The Clippers.
Now you can see there, number 22 for the Womack. Nice work there, but the missed layup off the backboard, and the Eagles will get it. And that's Levis. He's being guarded well right now by Itabaya. And Cobb, and that ball is going to be going over to Collard. And now we see Levis with the ball. That goes back into the hand of Hunter.
Really got to appreciate Itabaya's defense right there. Really slowed Cumberland's momentum down.
J.D. Hunter there with the offensive foul. That's very costly here in the fourth quarter. The Clippers will get the ball back, and we know what they mean, business. Looks like Collard will step out. And we have a 2-3 set up here by the Eagles. And we see Cobb pass back over to Itabaya, and now we have over there number 22, Womack.
Oh.
Inside shot there by Jerkins. J.D. Hunter fouling again. Womack with the ball. He'll hand it over to Itabaya, and now we have Cobb with the ball. Cobb from 3, and that's good. 3-point shot, and that goes in. And just like that, the Eagles are back in this, down by 1. Clippers are back in this, forgive me. And a steal now, and the Clippers have a 3-on-1, and Freeman's driving, and he gets a hard foul there from Hunter.
Yeah, that was great defense there by the Eagles, as Freeman looked like he was surely going to make that.
And Freeman will get a chance here to make 2 free throws. His first is good. Tied game here with just over 6 minutes to play in the fourth. With a chance here to take the lead for Chester High School. Isaiah Freeman. And that is good. And now the Clippers have the lead once again. Back and forth we go on this teeter-totter that is a final game. Who will come out on top here as Levis hands it to Titus. Titus goes through 3 Clippers over to Hunter. Hunter's driving now inside lane, and it will trickle in. And J.D. Hunter gets the Eagles back on top. Great work now, but we're going to see what Womack can get for the Clippers going. Jerkins with the ball. Jerkins will move outside the arc. Jerkins will go over to Freeman. Back to Jerkins driving hard, and a nasty block inside by Gilbert, and a 3-point shot is good. Nasty block by the Eagles, but it doesn't matter. 3 goes in, and now the Eagles are down by 2. What a game we have here. We thought we would go down lightly, but this has turned out to be our most energetic game yet. And the ball goes back to the Clippers. Freeman now, and the layup is good. And we're going to get a timeout called here. 4-point game, and the Clippers are leading by 4.
Absolutely.
41-37.
It is a very proud moment right there for the Clippers. They just reclaimed their fame right back just within a few minutes.
So many travels for them called, but now you're starting to see them settle in. that energy that we've been talking about. You've seen Rucker, you've seen Jerkins, you've seen Womack moving in. So many contributions for this Clippers team, and it's been outstanding work for them. 5:10 to go. Can Cumberland Valley get the lead back, or will we see the Clippers go on a rampage?
Absolutely, absolutely. Players are taken back on the court here.
And we've kind of seen this too. Remember, we talked about this, how the Kings, they thought they had everything said. They were about to take their jerseys off on the court, say, we're done, we've won this game. But Clippers said, no, we're going to foul you down to the very last second if we must. We're not going to lose like that. Loss they called. Another timeout called here. And instead, we're going to go back to our beloved sponsor now, Roxamore Sports. We are presenting you Season 3 of The Rock Comedy Show, headlined by Terry Jones. Lena and Gino, followed that by Ebony Ihola Gordon, Samantha Bentley, and Marcus Martin. Hosted by Izzy For Real on February 18th, 2022. $25 in advance. You can go ahead and get your tickets at 412-378-8271 to save yourself $5 at the door. Normally it's $30. Doors open at 6 p.m. Show starting at 8. Rocks Landing, 506 Chartiers Avenue, McKees Rock, PA 15136. The Rock Show in orbit. Holler at me now.
All right, the game is coming back. Players are taking back their positions here on the court. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go with just 41/37.
And Boone, Jackson Boone for the Eagles will inbound past this over to Levis. They have a lot of work to cut out for them, but so much time left on the clock. Anything can happen here as Levis has two in his face. Freeman blocking Boone with a light screen. Boone looking back. He gets it over to J.D. Hunter. And now Levis with the ball. Freeman guarding him. Over to Boone. Boone cuts back. Over to Levis with the great snag there. And now back into Titus's hands. And now Hunter gets the ball. He got the open lane. He drives in a nasty block by Jerkins. And now the Clippers got the ball. Cobb is driving now. The layup, it goes off the backboard. And now we have the Eagles with the ball. Eagles driving now. Levis gives it over. And that goes in the hands of Boone. Boone over to Hunter. Hunter goes up to Gilbert. Gilbert goes back. Back to Hunter for three. No. He's going to drive up. Over now. He surveys the field. That bounces around. Loose ball. Boone tries to get it. And that goes back over to, forgive me. That's Womack. Missed shot there. Cobb gets it to go.
Woo!
43-37 now the score. Up by 6 go the Clippers. J.D. Hunter now gets the ball over to Levis. Back to Titus now. Titus driving here. Titus back to J.D. Hunter, being guarded well by Womack. And now Levis over to Boone. Gilbert over the head of a defender, but no. That's going to be rebounded now over into the hands of Freeman. Freeman hits that off the backboard. But he's going to get 2 shots now with the hard collision.
Yeah, not too long ago, it seemed like the Eagles had an impenetrable defense that was giving the Clippers a hard time, but now it seems like the Clippers read right through it. Now they're able to make these pretty decent shots. So.
That rampage that I predicted earlier seems to be coming to fruition now, as Freeman has the opportunity to get 2 more on the board. And that first will go, making this a nice, lucky 7. And can he get his second to go to make this an 8-point game? No. And Boone will rebound and get that back over to Titus. Titus being guarded right now by Cobb with the long reaching arms, and he'll ask for Boone to come over for the screen, but Freeman's there. You see Titus driving over. Corner 3 by Levis is no good, and Gilbert swats it back, and trying to keep that in bounds was Jerkins. Another timeout called here.
I am flabbergasted, actually. That was a pretty impressive performance. For a while, the Clippers were down just by a little bit, but then they rebounded.
Eagles pushing, trying to get someone open. You can see Titus doing everything he can. Looks like he's running 20-yard dashes down there, but unfortunately, no one's home. And you have this Clippers defense that just will not go away. And you have Jerkins there. You have all these different weapons that have just been so wonderful for what Chester High School has been asking for. And now, up by 7 points with 3:23 to go. As soon as we get out of the timeout here, just a little bit left, and then this Hoops for Harmony tournament will come to a close. It looks like we're going to go up to the line. Never mind, that's going to be Levis who will inbounds past this. Levis looking over to Boone, and instead, yep, that goes over to Boone, and it slips out of his hands, and it will go back to the Clippers. And now you can see here, that was Itabaya who got that. The ball in the hands of Womack. Womack being guarded well right now by Kufa. Kufa trying to keep him at bay. It will not work. He will cut the inside. Fadeaway jumper is good.
It was so graceful, and it seemed like he was unchallenged as he was able to make that shot.
The 5'10 sophomore guard, Kyrie Romack, made that fadeaway look easy. And Titus gets the ball over now. That's Kufa that had it. And now he reaches for the ball there. And Boone will not get it. Boone and Gilbert left in the dust. And Freeman gestures everyone, move away. It's going to be me and Boone.
The way it was just bouncing off their hands kind of reminded me of volleyball a little bit. Somebody trying to get a hold of that ball and knock it out.
Up by 9 here are the Clippers trying to keep that lead going. Freeman gets that ball over to Womack, to Jerkins. Jerkins and Freeman. Freeman gets it. That pass is going to be good over to Itabaya. Itabaya will get that over to Womack. Womack being guarded right now by Kufa. Womack up. That banks off, but it's rebounded by Boone. And now Titus looking over the field. And that's a nice hard pass there. Corner three. That's no good off the iron. Boone tried to get it, but Jerkins swats out, and he'll take a nice seat and make some friends.
That was good. That was good.
And Levis trying to get something going here, but just under 2 minutes to go here. Boone with the ball. He'll get it over to Levis. That's Titus with it now. And Jerkins gets the steal from Boone. Jerkins now. He's driving Euro step, but it's no good. Hits the iron and goes back over and past to Levis. Levis with Cobb and Itabaya in his face. 3-point shot is up and no good. Jerkins with the rebound. This high-paced Clippers team might want to think about hitting off the gas. They have plenty of score in front of them, but I'm sure they want to ensure their lead, and they'll do just that by taking the timeout. Chester High Clippers with 1:18 to go.
It's pretty close match in the beginning, and then eventually it seemed like the scale got heavy for the Clippers.
Before we get back into the fourth quarter now, Roxamore presents Season 3 of the Rock Comedy Show, headlined by Terry Jones, and it's Lena, Gino, and also we have Ebony I. Holla Gordon, Samantha Bentley, and Marcus Martin. Hosted by Izzy For Real, February 18th, 2022. $25 in advance. You can get those tickets at 412-378-8271 or go to www.rockcomedyshow.com. Doors open at 6 p.m. Show starting at 8. Rocks Landing, 506 Chartiers Avenue, and McKees Rocks, PA, 15136.
The game is back in action, at least for a minute and 18 seconds more.
78 ticks of the clock as we go. 46-37 lead the Clippers. And I know that it probably wasn't necessary there, but you look over, and I'm sure Coach Taylor Sr., he's very happy the adjustments that his team has made. Probably want to reassure them, hey guys, we got this. Let's not be sloppy here. Let's keep everything under control. The Eagles are going to do everything they can to get back in this with foul calls and everything. I'm sure that right now, as Freeman takes this, he's thinking the last thing I want to do is give this ball back over to the Eagles. And now we have the ball go over to Womack. Womack being guarded well right now by Levis. And now the ball's over to Itabaya. And now trying to get that ball back. That was Titus guarding him. Womack now guarded by Levis. Goes back over, but that will sail out of bounds, but it will stay with the Clippers as one of the Eagles got a hand on it. It was either Kufa there or probably Levis. 52.3 to go. Not much left the Eagles can do now except try to get a turnover formed. And now Cobb trying to get that, forgive me there, that was Boone. And now the foul will finally go, and the Clippers will get a chance to go to the line.
Yeah, this could be very ugly for the Eagles. 45 seconds.
And the Clippers were on the receiving end of this last time when the Kings took them down. The Clippers know all too well what it's like trying to get those fouls. And, you just got to be very clutch with your free throw shooting. Just be calm about it. Hey, if you're going to hit me, I'm just going to go up and shoot these free throws and get my lead up higher. Exactly. And now it's a 10-point game. I'll make that 11. And now Titus is driving for the Eagles on what could be their potential final drive. Boone kicks it over, and that's Collard for three, and that's good. All right. Troy Collard with an outstanding three-point shot on the middle of the arc.
Still an 8-point lead over the Eagles.
And another timeout's called here. 48-40 are the Clippers. We mentioned that we don't want to see turnovers for the Clippers. At the same time, I'm sure they didn't credit to any three-point shooting being in the recipe for Cumberland Valley's attack.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a wonderful set of matches.
Absolutely, and I said, like, a lot of my favorites. I mean, we talked about the Kings and the Clippers. That was a fantastic game. Clippers are a very high intense group of kids themselves. We were talking about how they were, and then the other games from just today, we saw how Forest Hills and North Allegheny played. North Allegheny got the victory there, as well as Harrisburg and Aliquippa. Aliquippa getting the victory here, and it looks like the Clippers are trying to add to that win column.
All right, the game is getting ready to go back in action for the last 36 seconds that are still remaining on the clock here.
Not sure how many more timeouts are in the coach's pockets here, but we may very well get more unless there's just a breakaway or anything like that on the court. Titus will go over and guard. That's Cobb, Terrence Cobb. And the inbounds pass will be by number 5, the 6'3" senior guard, Freeman. That's over to Jerkins. And they get immediately fouled there by Boone and Levis. Jordan Levis gets the foul. And now another trip to the free throw line. This is where we can have...
I don't want to be a pessimist, but I am certain that if he makes this goal in, that will make the score pretty certain on who will be the victor today.
I'm sure that's not really pessimistic, as that's more obvious here. We can see the Eagles trying to get this, and that lands between the legs of one of the players on the bench. Protect your laps, gentlemen. A high-velocity basketball coming at you is not something that I'd want to have happen to me. And we have a breakaway here by the Clippers, and just like that, that might be the icing on the cake here. And they're going to let this clock run out as Levis is being guarded by Freeman. He'll let him go up for the soft tap in. And another breakaway as Jerkins will get one to go. No, it won't, and Titus gets the rebound. 7 seconds we go here as Collard has the ball. Collard passes inside to Boone. And that's no good, and Freeman will let this clock out. And now the 8-point deficit is the final score, 50-42. And just like that, the Hoops for Harmony tournament has come to a close. Thank you all for listening in on all of our matchups. This is Dylan Offerman alongside me, Maximilian. Thank you very much. Roxamore Sports Live.
This is a Roxamore Sports Network all broadcast telecast. All rights are reserved to Roxamore Sports Network and its CEO, Leon Rockymore. No copies of this footage can be used or used without permission, without written express consent of the Roxamore Sports Office. Thank you. Have a good night.